touch everything.
Bumping and banging.
Real 92.3, LA's home for hip-hop, Big Boys Neighborhood, DJ Vic 1 on the turntables, turning labels. Your Mickey Ficky Mix It is definitely going down, ladies and gentlemen. Do stick around your radios. We told you we got the God himself in here.
Yes.
Charlamagne the God in the neighborhood. What up, Charlamagne?
What's up, big boy?
Man, it is a pleasure to have you in the neighborhood.
Top of the morning in LA.
Hello.
I've never been in this building in the daytime.
Really though, yeah, 'cause usually when you in, you get out when it's dark.
Exactly.
I heard that, man. Well, welcome to the neighborhood, man.
Yes.
Black Privilege, the book available for you right now. New York Times bestseller, if I may say so.
Yes. Praise God. God is
Man,
everything.
what does that feel like? Because, you know, my book didn't touch no kind of list like that. You know what I'm saying? My book didn't even touch seller.
Your
you know
book
what I'm
was
saying?
great, though. Your book was...
It was good amongst my family. My family enjoyed it, Charlamagne. Real talk. My family was like, oh, Kurt, we didn't know that this happened. We didn't know that you did this, you did that. So amongst my family, oh, man.
I mean, I honestly haven't thought about being on the New York Times bestsellers list yet.
Really, though?
Nah, because I just wanted to create a good body of work, and I wanted to tell my
and
story.
And you did, man.
You did.
Yeah, and I wanted to give people some principles that they possibly could learn from, and that's it. Whatever happens after that, I'm good with.
Charlamagne, you did a great job on that book,
did.
bro.
Thank you.
And for those of us in, you know, as fans or on the radio, whatever, you know, sometimes we think we know everything about a person because we're with them every day. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But then when you can go ahead and you can get it really coming from the person's mouth.
Yes.
You know, and it almost felt like a tell-all book.
Yes,
You know what
it
I'm
did.
saying? Not just a tell-all, but
Trust
man.
me, I didn't tell all.
Oh yeah, man, my book too. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, nah. You know what I'm saying? But no, and when you get it, it's really, Charlamagne, a book that when you say the jewels in there,
Yes.
and
So
and
many.
as a man that, you know, has a cool career, a family, so on and so forth, I learned so much from this book.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because hopefully we're all sponges to knowledge. You know, you never get to a point where you say you know everything.
Absolutely.
Or you put your feet up and, like, you know, you start to relax. Because when you put your feet up and put your hands behind your head, that's the best position to get knocked out of.
Well, that's one of my principles in the book. One of the principles is give people the credit they deserve for being stupid, including yourself.
Yeah, man.
And that just
Start
means
there.
the know-it-all knows nothing. Like, you have to wake up every day and be receptive to new information.
Yeah, man. And it can come from anyone. And that's what I always tell
You can learn from a crackhead. A crackhead can teach you what not to do.
Yes, sir. Easy call.
Hey, man, God is amazing.
Yeah, we ain't seen nothing yet, huh?
I mean, I'm working. I just like to do the work, man. Like even when you talk about the New York Times bestsellers and all that, I'm just out
You
here
brought it
doing
back
the
up.
work.
That was a smooth way to bring it back up, huh?
What, the book?
Yeah.
The book Black Privilege, the opportunity that comes to those who create it. Oh, the one that's out now?
Yes.
over there.
Oh, okay.
Why that
Got you,
title?
Got you. Because I simply feel like it's a privilege to be black.
Yes, sir. Speak
You know,
on it.
it's really that simple. You know, when you look at the word privilege has more than one definition. Of course, it means a set of advantages granted to a certain community here in America, white people. But, you know, it also means an honor to be, you know, and I
Yes.
feel like it's an honor to be black, simple
I
and
heard
plain.
that, man.
And I come from that era where, you know, my father was riding around listening to James Brown say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud, and the Black Power era, and the black man is God, black women are goddesses. So that's just the feeling I'm trying to restore.
At any point, Charlamagne, when you get into now, you know, the MTVs of the world and the iHearts and the, you know, and the powers that be, I love how you didn't hold your tongue
Yes.
on who you are.
Absolutely.
And represent 5%ers. And you know what I'm saying? Like not tucking your tail or backselling.
I got fired 4 times before I got to iHeart. So
Right, sir.
They know who they dealing with once they sign somebody who's been fired 4 times.
Yeah, man.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I know someone who just recently got let go, and I told him, I said, go pick up Charlamagne's book because he has the greatest message about being fired. Like, let me tell you, it's gonna be okay. And she was like, all right, and she did it. And so I just,
Well, I
was
call it
crazy.
divine misdirection, because whenever I would get called into the office, the program director would be like, we're moving in another direction. Right. And then my homegirl, Kendra G said to me, it's not them moving you in another direction, it's God moving you in another direction. And that's truly how I feel. Like, I feel like sometimes we think we're on the right lane until we get bumped off that lane and we get put in the lane we're really supposed to be in.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people also, man. Like, you can get to a point where, you know, you're not change. You don't want to change. You're change resistant for whatever reason it is. And sometimes, man, it really does take God to kind of what you feel was like something knocked you off course because you weren't going to do it yourself.
Change is the basis of growth. Growth is the basis
that.
of life. If you're not changing, you're not growing. You're dying.
One thing that America, the world really understands, Charlamagne, is when it comes to interviews, you know what I'm saying? Like, you will say not just what's on your mind, but what other people are thinking as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because at one point, were guests afraid to go and do the Breakfast Club because you would kind of, not expose them, because the one thing I get from Charlamagne the God, whatever they call you, I don't see Charlamagne as a hater.
Nope.
I don't see you as a gossiper, because you don't come in and you don't feel like the quote unquote this web page where I heard and tell us about, like, you already come with a fact or something that's floating
Absolutely.
in the air, and you'll ask the person about it.
Yeah, I'm never swooping down on anybody. I'm only asking people what's out there. And we live in such an age of transparency, especially with social media. These people see what people are saying about them all the time.
Right.
So all I'm doing is asking those questions. And it's up to you whether or not you want to clam up or not. Yeah, and I'm never trying to be malicious.
Right.
Like, that's never my intent. My intent is never, I'm going to disrespect this person. Like, I end up getting in trouble by accident. Like when artists be getting mad and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? It's like, I didn't mean for that to happen.
Man, speaking of getting down, the one is put some respect on my name.
Amazing moment.
Yeah, man. But you
Amazing.
guys have a lot of jewels like that with the Breakfast Club.
That was the best one thus
Yeah,
far, though.
put some respect on my name, all three of y'all.
Yeah, we call that a Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah.
Because that's that meal that you keep eating from weeks
Oh,
and weeks
my
later.
God.
We made sandwiches out of that.
Yeah, man.
Pudding, spread, all kinds
And
of
then
stuff.
when it's done, boil the bone and make
Yeah,
soup.
Absolutely.
Man, now, when Baby came in, did you feel like already it was going to be some kind of friction? Because it looked like he accepted the interview to come in to have that dialogue with you
I knew
guys.
it was going to be friction 2 weeks prior to that, because he got a call from one of the reps at Universal, and he was like, hey, man, Baby wants to come up there, and he wants to make sure you're there. And I'm like, all right, cool. So from that point on, I know it's going to be something. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be.
Right.
I just know that the cameras need to be rolling as soon as he walks in the room.
So, and what I love about the interview as well is y'all had a chance to dialogue. Y'all right next to each other.
Yeah.
And when you said, well, grand opening, grand closing. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, it's a Jay-Z line for every situation in life.
And you know what, man? Why did you guys, and this isn't a question, but why did you guys put the interview out? Because I thought putting it out was genius. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great question. Any interview you see where an artist is quote unquote checking Charlamagne, that's what they like to say, whether it's Beanie Siegel or Fredro Starr, whoever, Dame Dash. We don't have to put none of that stuff out. But what kind of hypocrites would we be if we was to sit up there and talk to artists and say what we want about them, but when they come to the Breakfast Club, they can't say what they want to say about me? I could easily scrap it and be like, yo, I don't want none of that out.
Yeah.
But for what? That'd be whack.
Man, what about after
And
you finish?
we get digital bonuses.
Yeah, all right. When you start clapping, I was like, oh my God.
Oh, during the
Charlamagne.
Beanie Siegel interview.
No,
Which one?
See, look at him. He clapping all the time. When Baby was finished, you clapped in that one too, if I'm not mistaken.
I do that a lot at the end of interviews like that, because I just know what the YouTube number's gonna look like.
I
So
heard
just be
that.
like, yes.
Oh, that's the clap. So when that day is over and the cameras either are off or they swivel away, what happens after that? Is there any dialogue between you and Stunner, or
No, I've never talked to Birdman. I never talked to him before, and never
And
talked to him
after?
Nah, I think our lives will be perfectly fine without each other.
I heard that. So when he gets up, he's pretty much gone.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only time I've ever seen him in my life.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I don't be out and about. Like, I don't go to the clubs and all that stuff like that. I used to, but not anymore. So I don't see those people. And I like it like that.
What do you get mostly when you go out though, Charlamagne? Is it a lot of love, or do you get some jeers as well?
Nah, it's never like social media. Social media,
yeah, man.
Social media is the place where everybody tells you how they feel about you in a negative way. In the street, you never get that. In the street, the love always, is overpowers the hate by twos and threes.
Easy call.
Like when I go to these book signings and stuff, that's why I actually like being out, doing these book signings and being out at these schools talking about the book, because I get to see these people up close and personal, and I get to see that, this book is having an impact on people. It's empowering people in some way, shape, or form, and that's what I love the most about it.
Black privilege, Charlamagne the God in the neighborhood. Make sure you guys go on and grab that. What's
Who are
up,
those
sir?
people saying Big Boy all together in harmony like that?
That's
That's us.
Oh, that is y'all.
Yeah.
I keep trying to look to see if they mouths move. Like, Jesus
Where's
Christ.
that noise coming from? Who's doing that?
man. And then our guy Louis, he went to the Canelo Chavez fight.
Yeah.
I watched that fight this
He
weekend.
couldn't make it in today, so
He's still celebrating Cinco de Mayo?
Yes, he is, my brother.
okay,
He played
gotcha.
like he missed his flight and everything, but he put it on Instagram that, should I call in Monday? So
But by the way, if you're Mexican and you don't show up on work on Monday, don't lie about it.
Yeah.
We understand.
Right, yeah.
Cinco Sotomayor this weekend. Chavez and Canelo fought this weekend. We
Smooth
get it.
pass, fam.
It's okay.
Smooth
You're
pass.
good.
Yeah.
You're good.
You good to go. But you are in Los Angeles, man, and welcome to Los Angeles. And we want to make sure that we treat you right while you're here. So tonight, it is going down, man. Black Privilege. Get a chance to hang out with Charlamagne the God. If you don't have the book as of yet, man, make sure that you grab the book. The book will be on sale at the venue, and we're doing it at the iHeart Theater tonight. That's 3000 West Alameda Avenue. We start at 7 p.m. promptly, not in line at 7.
Yes.
This is the iHeart Theater. It's a union spot, so make sure that you get there. Because at 7, you're going to be like, what did I miss? Yeah. Everything.
And I've been getting hit up on social media all weekend. People saying that they can't find the book. The book is sold out here in L.A., so this is where you need to be tonight then.
Hey, man, and I'm going to tell you, man, bestseller for those who don't know on the bestsellers list. Sold out even when Natalia went to go try to get it. And I'm going to tell you, I wrote my book a few years ago. I don't know what that feeling feels like. You know what I'm saying? My book is discontinued. And you know your book is bad when you don't make it to a reprint, or they just say, well, we got some here. They sent me some of mine. Like, well, you can slang them. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I'm out with my bootleg T-shirt and my book. Like, yeah. And you know, I had some misprints in mine. It was like, oh, we get them in when we do the reprints. I never made it to the reprint.
Still got misprints.
Oh, there it is right there. Unless I take a pen and do it myself. I found one in yours too, though.
Well, tell me, because I'm on my 8th reprint, so I can get stuff changed.
Yeah, when you go back on yours, this is where you're friends with benefits. When you found out how to lick them low.
Oh yeah. When I found out how to eat poom poom right for the first time.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know how to eat poom poom at one point in my life.
It says that was the case the first time I went. He said it should be, I thought I was putting in real work, but it says though I was putting in real work.
Though I was putting in real work.
Yes, that's page 148 right there.
That's because
266.
I wrote it from the perspective of being down there, so like I thought you know what I mean?
Damn it! Yeah, there is a method to the madness.
It all makes sense.
Oh man, I gotta speak poom poom then. Which I thought was very fluent.
But for everybody out there suffering from that fatal disease of not knowing how to eat poom poom right, it's a book called The Ultimate Kiss.
Yeah, man.
That can teach you how to do it right.
I ain't mad at you.
And ladies gotta be honest with men.
Yeah,
that's true.
And you don't mind someone being extremely honest with you.
I can't get better if you don't tell me the truth.
Right.
And
that's just and you can apply that to so many different things,
Absolutely.
not just boom. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? But just in life.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my love.
Another person known in the media for being a little outspoken, Tomi Lahren.
Yes.
Have you spoken to her since she got fired from The Blaze?
No. I think we might have talked via email real quick. You know what I mean? And I think I told her something to the effect of
Get my book.
I should have told her that. I think I told her because it was after her when she was on The View. And when she was on The View, she said something about pro-choice, and everybody got on her.
She was pro-choice.
Yeah, and I told her if your worldview is actually changing, that's a good thing. But once again, if you're just saying things to get a rise out of people, it's gonna crash and burn.
And that's what I want to know. Like, do you think that her choosing to be extreme conservative and holding on to that market, that there, in her words, there's no one out there like me, young and conservative. Yep. Do you think that is really who she is, or that's who she chose to be so that she could have a platform?
I think it's a mixture of both. I think maybe she might have started off a little liberal, but then she started taking on some conservative views. But once she got on that network and then got on Facebook and saw what was working, saw what was getting those hits, she naturally started doing that. That's why I talk about it in the book. I never want to be a caricature of myself.
Yeah.
Once you become a caricature of yourself, nothing's authentic anymore, and you're just saying anything because you think that's what's working.
Right.
And that eventually crashes and burns.
Yeah, this will get them.
Oh, man.
This is it.
What advice would you give to women who are in the industry of what could be maybe a big mistake on their part, besides becoming a character of something?
What could be a big mistake?
Big mistake for women.
Being a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping with a bunch of different guys in the industry, because then people just, for whatever reason, stop respecting you. Like, they just don't respect women's rights to sleep with who they want the way that they do men.
I've told that a lot to ladies in radio and entertainment as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you do get a lot of people, Charlamagne, that hit you up for certain things.
Right.
And I'm like, man, and I'm pretty sure Angela Yee gets it as well. Every dude that come in think they can crack that. You know what I'm saying? Catch that double back, and such and such wants your phone number. Or, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I always tell the ladies, make sure, because those things, those pass around. That
they
word
follow
gets
you
around.
Yeah. And it's hard. Like, the biggest thing you can have for a person is respect, right? So if a person is already approaching you and looking down upon you because of something they think you are, like they think you're a hoe and they don't have no respect for you, then that's just a bad relationship from the start.
Man, Charlamagne the God. Now, I get held with this question a lot, and this is a hard question for me to answer. But for whatever reason, do you have a favorite interview? Something that you look back, it could be a person, a moment, whatever it may be. Yeah, exactly.
I don't, man. It's so tough. Like, they all like our babies, you know what I mean? Like, I like all of them.
We got a couple ugly ones in there, too.
We got a couple ugly ones.
Look at that ugly ass baby.
I like all of them for different reasons. Like, my favorite interviews are the ones that I learn from.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like, if I can sit there and have a conversation with a person and walk away feeling like I learned something, then that's my favorite interview. But I don't have like a favorite person. Like,
Charlamagne, do you have those times when you sit down and you think like, all right, such and such is, they getting up tomorrow to do the show. So anything they doing tonight, they're like, no, I got to go do the Breakfast Club tomorrow. Like, do you ever trip off of some of the people that come to see you?
Nah, I think it's the other way around.
Really,
like,
though?
I'm tripping that they coming here. Like, I'll be like, damn, Angela Bassett wants to come to this
raggedy ass show. No, that's what I'm talking about. Do you trip off of that they coming to see you? Like I get someone where I say, you know what, man, like, Jennifer Lopez, like, man, she had to, like, okay, I got to go to sleep because I got to get up to do Big Boy's Neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or when you guys had a chance to sit down with Hillary Clinton, Farrakhan, whatever it is, like, man, like, these cats are...
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I never thought of it from their perspective because I'm always thinking about it from mine.
Right.
Like,
no, what I'm giving to you is your perspective.
Got you.
That you're saying, like, man, they're coming to see us. This is crazy. Do you still have those moments where you're
all the time?
Yeah,
because I'm a fan at the end of the day.
Exactly. That's
like,
what I say. I'm a fan
always
first.
a fan. I'm always a fan first, and I just love talking to certain people, and you got these icons in the game that we've looked up to for all of these years, and now we getting a chance to actually have a conversation with them.
Is there anyone that you haven't had a chance to sit down with properly that you would like to sit down with?
Nope.
Really, though?
That's just the truth to the matter.
Would you interview Donald Trump?
I don't know, man. I feel like Donald Trump needs to be talking to somebody way smarter than me. Like, I feel like Donald Trump needs to be talking to the people he's avoiding, like these people who, like these social justice warriors, or people like, Maxine Waters.
Yeah.
Like, he need to be talking to them.
If you could put the panel together.
Yeah, I'll run that play. You know what I mean? I like to have Maxine Waters here and have Donald there, all these people that he's been avoiding. Like, talk to them. But I don't feel like I could offer anything to the conversation other than whose vagina have you grabbed this morning?
Right.
You know? Like, we still got to remember that's the president of the United States of America at the end of the day. Even though he seems like a bad punchline to all of us, and he's still the executive producer of Celebrity Apprentice, he's still the president of the United States of America. I ain't got time to be playing with the president of the United States of America. We need to be getting some things done. So he needs to be talking to people that can help him get things done and point him in the direction he needs to be.
Charlamagne, I'm telling you, man, we had a chance to sit down today, but I really want to sit with you and really do just talk with you.
Yes.
Interview, talk, whatever it may be, but we got to make sure that you come back so we can do it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Too, man.
Best believe that, man.
Char, being that your life is such an open book.
You haven't read the book, huh?
Yeah, I have.
The whole thing?
I haven't finished
Get to
it.
the part where he said he hate when people call him Char.
No, I didn't.
No,
No,
just
you
like,
didn't. I don't care. I like to call him Char.
Char!
I'm halfway through. Is there anything that like scared you while writing the book, like writing so much of yourself in it?
You know what I said? I said I learned to be a better parent when I was writing the book.
I like that part, actually.
When I started talking about like my mother and father and how much I didn't know about them prior to them being my parents, and I always say parents have a life before us, but we don't think about it. And so like when I was reading that, when I started writing that part, it made me say, I got to start telling my daughter more of me and my wife's history.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so she know that.
Because there's certain things when I was writing my book, my mom passed. You know what I'm saying? And my
Right.
father wasn't around, so I didn't have a lot of answers. You know what I'm saying? So if you are here and you're in someone's life, man, sit down, get dialogue, ask questions.
Absolutely.
And have you ever like felt bad for something you said, or like maybe because I know in your book you explain that people have told you like, yo, like watch it or this and that, and you feel like no, like I don't have to, like I'm just being honest, I'm living my truth. But do you ever feel like you personally like felt bad because even though I know like you're saying I don't mean it in a bad way, that you've ever looked at it like maybe I did come off wrong?
I think evolution is important. Like I've looked back at certain things I've done and been like, I could have did that a better way. Like when I played that audio of Floyd Mayweather reading, or his lack thereof of reading,
Right.
Yes.
or not reading,
You
whatever you
still
want to call
going
it.
on. Yeah.
Right, look
No,
at
but what I'm
still
saying,
gonna add to it. What are you doing?
This is getting worse. Good Lord.
But what I meant by
Yeah.
that, when I played it, it just didn't feel good. Like nobody reprimanded me for it. I didn't get in trouble from corporate. Nobody pressed me in the street. I just didn't feel good.
Right,
about
I hear you.
Because it wasn't. I didn't.
So it wasn't like backlash, and then you sat back and thought like, damn, man.
Nah,
Right.
I did it for the wrong reasons. Like in my mind,
Would
I'm
you do it
thinking,
today?
Nah,
I hear you.
I wouldn't do that.
Evolution, huh?
But that's why I never played the Drake vocals. When I got the Drake vocals, I had all those Drake reference tracks, all those ghost, what they call them, ghost
Yeah.
tracks,
Ghost
reference.
tracks.
I don't know.
Yeah, the reference
Yeah,
track,
the
learning
reference
tracks,
tracks.
like yeah.
I had those before they came out, and when I got them, I was like, nope. I passed them right along. Like, nah, I don't want this.
You learn.
I
Yeah,
heard
because
that.
it felt like the Floyd Mayweather situation all over again.
I heard that with Charlamagne. Thank you for coming in and
Thank
hanging out
you.
with us,
Listen, man, the book is out right now. Black Privilege, Opportunity Comes to Those Who Create It. It's a New York Times bestseller, and
Yes,
we'll
it
be at the
is.
iHeart Theater tonight. And bring edibles.
Bring-
And don't pass them to me. Pass them to DJ Head. He'll get them to me. He'll get them to me.
That's a cold piece right there. But Charlamagne, you don't smoke, do you?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I smoked yesterday here in L.A.
Oh,
And
man.
I realized why I don't smoke.
I heard
I lost my damn mind.
But
Oh
do you do
my
the,
God.
do you do the edibles?
No, I didn't do
Okay.
that, but I smoked. Yeah, I can't handle this stuff y'all be on here out here in L.A., bro.
Edibles
heard
are a
that.
lot stronger than actually smoking.
Yeah, you won't make
so,
it. You probably won't make it to Black
stay away
Privilege
from
tonight at
edibles.
iHeart. Hey man, let me try this
I couldn't
snickerdoodle.
stop. Listen, I couldn't stop Millie rocking.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
literally, I was just high, just Millie rocking. I was like, "What is wrong with me?"
That's that ooh-wee.
Can I just say for people, I had a friend that was like, yo, I don't want to read Black Privilege. He's just talking about being black. I was like, yo, you haven't
not
even
at all.
given the chance a book. And to be honest, you don't have to be black to read this book because it's
Yeah,
totally
not at
not what it's
all.
about. Like, he's proud to be black, obviously, but he's saying how to embrace that and not just say like,
But
oh,
you
I'm stuck
mentioned
anymore.
everything in
Everything.
there. You know what I'm saying?
It's a privilege to be whatever it is that
Yes,
you are. It's a
exactly.
privilege to be alive. So whatever God created you to be, whether you're a woman, whether you're a
Yep.
man, whether you're Mexican, black,
Hello.
gay, straight, whatever you are, you have to find privilege in that and think that it's a privilege to be that, and you have to find power in that. And that's just how you, I feel like, how you make yourself stronger on this planet.
Well
There are a
said,
lot of gems
Charlamagne
in
the
here.
God, ladies and gentlemen. Do stick around. Y'all radio's Real 92.3, LA's home for hip hop, Big Boys Neighborhood.